Hi guys, I'm Tullian Williams and I wanted to tell you about the experience I had with being a cultural host to my friend Yiting Zai from China. So we wanted to do something that really reflected something that was part of my culture that she had never experienced before. And we actually did this a few weeks ago. We decided to have a Fat Tuesday dinner. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Catholic, and Fat Tuesday is what we celebrate the day before Ash Wednesday, when you're supposed to feast and eat all these really like gross, fatty foods, super good, and it's a big celebration. It's a lot of people. It's like Mardi Gras, stuff like that. So actually, her and I have both been very short on cash lately, and we decided that for when she was a cultural host, we wanted to do something a little more elaborate. So we actually decided to eat in the calf themed dinner for it, and it was perfect. They had all kinds of decorations up, and I got to tell her all about it. And we ended up doing a little craft at the end back in my dorm. But so what we did is we went in the cafeteria together, and all the different stations had different things themed for Fat Tuesday, and it was called the Sweet Swine Soiree because you eat a lot of pork because you're supposed to not eat pork after that. So we ate all these kind of foods, and she was like so confused, but I talked her through the whole thing why we did it, and I also talked to her a lot about what I was going to be doing the next day, which was Ash Wednesday. So she was super intrigued in that. Um, I guess before and at the beginning of the event, I was kind of nervous that she wouldn't really understand it or like why we did it. Because if you really take a step back and look at it, it's kind of funny to do. But she was super cool and super nice through the whole thing, and she was so open to like wanting to learn about it and wanting to know about it. I didn't really have a lot of concerns. I was more concerned that she wouldn't want to eat some of the food because you never know with people's different like religions and cultural backgrounds what kind of meat or what kind of stuff they're okay with eating. um, or eating, but I call her Kathy, was definitely super excited. She reacted like the best way possible. She absolutely loved it. We saw a couple of my friends in the cafeteria and we were talking to them too. She was just so excited to learn, just so happy to be there and like just so thankful for like the experience. Like you could tell like when she came to America for school, like she really just wanted to kind of like dive into like being in America and like really kind of learn about that because it was such a once in a lifetime experience, she said. There wasn't a lot of like adjustments in our behavior or feeling. Her and I tend to click like weirdly well. Like we every time I've met her and before like when we've been talking and texting, like we've gotten along super well. Like we really understand each other. Like again, she's just like so open minded and you can just talk to her about anything and she'll just try and like piece it together the best she understands it and then just like tell you how she's feeling. So definitely I think like I was a little nervous, she was a little confused, but like we ended up like just having fun. Like it was just so much fun to sit and talk with her and like she was telling me kind of like stuff that they would do that would kind of like relate back to like the Fat Tuesday. Um Definitely there was like a lot of like cultural stuff that came out of this. Like we started talking about Easter and how Fat Tuesday and Mardi Gras and Ash Wednesday and like Lent all lead up to Easter. And we started talking about that and we started talking about like all the religious beliefs behind it. And we started talking about some kind of things she would celebrate in China and what she would do for like the special occasions. Like she was telling me about what she did for Chinese New Year over here with some of her friends. And it was, I don't know, it was overall just a great experience and so much fun. We have already talked on what we think we're going to do for when she's like a cultural host. We're going to go out to Rochester Hills to her favorite like Chinese restaurant that's here. It's called Shangri-La. And they're going to do something called dim sum. So I'm like super excited for that. It's going to be a great time. And like overall, I'm just like really happy that I've got to make another friend throughout this experience. Like it's really been great. Thanks, guys.